A father and a son were sitting in their living room, waiting for the mother of the family to come home, when something extremely unsettling happened. The little child, Bentley, started using some pots and pans as a drum kit, so the father, Walter, started recording. He wanted to send the video to his wife because he found it really cute, and no doubt it would end up on her Facebook page. Little did he know that something mental was about to be captured on camera.
Whoa!
Somehow, the door in the background opened itself, followed by the children's item in front of it collapsing. This made absolutely no sense because they were the only two people home at the time, which made it impossible for the event to happen without a paranormal presence. The family is currently in the process of purifying the home. Brian, a man living in Belgium, never gave much thought to the idea of ghosts or paranormal activity. Like many skeptics, he dismissed it all as nonsense, until something happened that changed his perspective entirely. For several days in a row, he noticed his window would open and close by itself, often with no wind and no one nearby. The bizarre occurrences left him increasingly anxious. Determined to uncover the cause, he set up a camera hoping to catch the supernatural event in action. While he didn't capture the window this time, he ended up filming something even more disturbing.
There are some weird noises coming from my window. The last few days my window's open by itself. I don't know what's the problem, so... Oh my god. My god. Oh my god, what the f***? What the f***? Oh shit!
From the corner of the room, one of the books resting neatly on the shelf began to slide forward, seemingly pushed by an unseen force, before crashing loudly to the floor. Brian was stunned. Thankfully, the camera recorded everything, otherwise no one would have believed what he saw. The unsettling footage quickly made its way online, sparking debate and fear in equal measure. At this point, it wouldn't be surprising if Brian starts ghost hunting very soon, because whatever's inside that house clearly isn't staying quiet. One evening, Stephen was upstairs, planning to surprise his wife by taking care of the laundry. But just as he reached for the basket, an eerie, loud thud echoed from the direction of the kitchen below. He froze for a moment, thinking of what to do. After about a minute of tense hesitation, curiosity and fear got the best of him, and he cautiously made his way downstairs to investigate. And what happened after that is really terrifying.
Oh my god, guys, I'm so scared right now. I just woke up and I went downstairs and all the cabinets are open, and I went to bed last night. These cabinets, they were closed. And I really think this poltergeist or spirit is really out to get me. But look, these cabinets, they were all closed last night when I went to bed. And I woke up, this is how they are. I'm really, really scared right now. Just want to shut all these. I figured I'd get it on camera so if something happens, at least it's documented. Alright. I think I'm just going to go downstairs and chill out and edit for a little while. Oh shit! Oh. I gotta upload this. Before anything happens. And nobody gets to see this. Ow. Okay. I think I broke my ankle.
At one point, plates, glasses, and metal utensils came crashing down from tightly shut cabinets as if tossed by an invisible force. Fearing for his safety, Stephen contacted his parents, who offered him refuge at their home. He stayed there for several weeks, still shaken by the supernatural activity. To this day, that was the last we heard of his encounter. In this scary video, a man named Trevor, newly divorced and living alone, found himself at the center of something truly unexplainable. It's worth mentioning that before this night, Trevor had never encountered anything even remotely resembling paranormal activity. His home was quiet, his life uneventful. But all of that changed during one frigid winter night, when something unnatural invaded his peaceful solitude. And what followed can only be described as a haunting. Unusual disturbances began to erupt throughout his house, with objects moving on their own and strange sounds echoing through empty rooms. Trevor, unsure how to react, rushed from one area to the next, trying to make sense of the supernatural chaos. The more he tried to find answers, the more activity he seemed to trigger. Desperate, he shut off his camera, hoping that might end the eerie occurrences. But the presence lingered. In the end, the fear became unbearable, and Trevor fled his home for several hours just to feel safe. When he finally returned, everything was calm once again. No further ghostly signs. Now, he believes, perhaps prays, that this terrifying encounter was a one-time experience. But in homes touched by the unexplained, nothing is ever guaranteed. In the dead of night, a staff member at a psychiatric asylum in Pakistan returned for his morning shift and began reviewing the previous night's CCTV footage, just like he always did. But on this particular morning, something chilling appeared on the monitor. 2 patients were seen lying motionless on the floor of the recreation room, despite no official record of them ever leaving their rooms. The mystery behind how they got there was unsettling enough, but what the camera captured next would leave even seasoned staff horrified. You'll want to pay very close attention to this. As the footage played, the staff members' eyes widened. 2 ghostly entities emerged near the patients, their movements unnatural, almost crawling or dragging as they crossed the room in eerie silence. And just as quickly as they appeared, the figures vanished without a trace. He replayed the clip over and over, trying to make sense of what he had seen. What were these apparitions? Why did they only appear when the patients were sprawled on the floor? No one has been able to explain it. But if you wish you creator Guapero User to cacophonies theory durdero Horiquiundurer stop me over Jorangander. About this haunting event, drop it in the comments below. While many people haunted by paranormal encounters are left emotionally scarred for life, the child in this next video responded in a surprisingly composed way. Although visibly shaken at first, needing to briefly step outside to collect himself, he managed to keep his cool during a moment that would leave most adults frozen in fear. And if you think you'd have reacted the same way, just wait until you see what was actually caught on camera, because chances are you'd have run for your life.
Besitos. Bueno, hola jugadores, hoy estamos aquí en otro video. Como saben, yo soy Gamer. Estoy esperando a Brian Gamer en su casa. Mierda, se movió la caja. Me estoy asustando. Puta madre. La pala ahora. La caja estaba más acá y la pala se cayó allá. Puta madre. Ahora espero que no se mueva la bicicleta. No, se mueve la bicicleta. No, se mueve. No, se mueve. La caja de vuelta. No. Me estoy asustando, en serio. La puerta, vamos a cerrarla porque si no se va a enojar mucho Brian Gamer. Vamos a dejarla ahí. Vamos a dejarla ahí. Puta madre. Aquí termina el video, nos vemos en el próximo video. Y vamos a esperar a Brian. Adiós. Y cuando llegue le voy a contar. Bueno, ahora sí. Adiós. La lluvia.
What makes this ghost encounter so eerie is how calm he remained, even as his bicycle began to move on its own, and various objects tumbled off the shelves without any visible cause. After witnessing this burst of poltergeist activity, the boy exited the house, locked the door behind him, and rushed to his grandmother's place to call his parents. They were quick to reassure him that he'd made the right choice, and since his family already believed in the supernatural, they never doubted his story. Out of all the disturbing clips we've shared, this might just be the rare case with a peaceful ending. On the night of May 14th, 2025, a man named Robert took his usual late-night stroll near the forest, with his loyal dog Ollie by his side. It was a routine they both enjoyed, until this night turned into something out of a nightmare. Without warning, Ollie began barking wildly, staring deep into the dark trees. Alarmed by his dog's sudden panic, Robert decided to investigate the shadows beyond the trail. But what he encountered out there was something far more horrifying than he ever expected. Keep your eyes on this footage.
Ollie, what are you barking at? That dog was barking hard. See nothing. Man, it's a full moon tonight, yo. Full moon tonight. I don't know what the hell he's barking at. I have no idea. What the hell is he barking at? What the hell is that? What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that, y'all?
From within the dense forest came a low, guttural growl, unnatural and chilling. And then, just beyond the brush, Robert spotted it, a towering figure with piercing red eyes, silently watching from the darkness. Frozen in terror, he grabbed Ollie and bolted back to safety, not daring to wait for a second look. Viewers were quick to point out that the eerie sound didn't match any known animal, and many now believe the figure could have been the legendary Mothman, a cryptid known for its glowing red eyes and ominous presence. What do you think? Could Robert have had a real-life encounter with something supernatural? After enduring a long, exhausting shift, this man was booting up his PlayStation 5. But just as he pressed the power button, something strange happened. A sudden chill swept through the room, brushing past him like a cold breath. Instantly, a feeling of dread crept in. Nervous and unsure of what was happening, he pulled out his phone, opened the camera app, and began recording. What he caught is truly unsettling.
There to go.
And I come back and something is not is say something, I'm giving up on you. But anywhere I would have followed you. That's my kid, dude. Don't. Serious. I mean, it's nothing. I gotta get that back up. Goddamn. Jesus Christ.
Almost immediately after hitting record, something deeply disturbing occurred. One of the framed photos on his wall began to sway on its own, completely untouched. But it wasn't just any photo. It was a picture of his children. This paranormal activity didn't feel random. It felt deliberate. It was as if the spirit had chosen that image for a reason, sending a terrifying message. The man, now in a panic, called his mother, who was watching the kids while he worked, but she never answered. Maybe she was just asleep and everything was fine. But with no further footage or updates, we're left in the dark. Whatever haunted that room may have left, or it may have followed. A Reddit user going by the name SL Veda uploaded a mysterious clip to the Ghost subreddit, and ever since, the community hasn't stopped talking about it. While the video comes with some detailed context, the footage itself speaks volumes. So before diving into the backstory, let's take a closer look at the clip that has viewers questioning whether something supernatural made its presence known. The Reddit post came with a chilling caption that provides insight into the footage. Quote, "My uncle lived with my parents and passed away in March. In the video, you'll see the door to the garage slowly open by itself, and then the light turns on. It's important to know, the light isn't motion activated. Nothing like this has ever happened in their home. Until now. Normally, I wouldn't think twice about a door creaking open, but the light switching on gave me chills. When I watched it with sound, I swear I could hear faint movement. His birthday was just this past Sunday, and my mom's was the day after, on the 25th. They always used to celebrate together. The timing. It's really hitting me. My mom kept his dog and left his room untouched, just as he left it. I can't help but feel like he came back home. Maybe I'm just being hopeful, but the video didn't feel scary. It felt peaceful." End quote. Whether you're a believer in the paranormal or not, it's difficult to dismiss the emotional weight of this encounter. The untouched room, the shared birthdays, the unexplained light. It feels less like a haunting and more like a final visit. A spiritual return that carries not fear, but comfort. Could this be a loved one reaching across from beyond? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. A woman named Stephanie McKee recently uploaded a spine-chilling video to TikTok that's been sending shivers down viewers' spines. The footage, captured by her home's outdoor security camera, starts off deceptively peaceful, just another quiet night outside her house. But within seconds, an eerie presence disrupts the calm, and what the camera records next is enough to leave anyone feeling deeply unsettled. A translucent, ghost-like figure drifting across the frame, its form strangely human, yet not fully there. It glides silently before vanishing without a trace. Stephanie explained that the moment her family saw the video, they were all disturbed by what they had just witnessed. She also shared a strange detail. When they moved into the rental home, they discovered small crystals placed above every doorway. Though they didn't know why, they chose to leave them in place. After this haunting footage, Stephanie believes that might have been a protective gesture by whoever lived there before. The figure's semi-transparent shape, floating movement, and sudden disappearance don't feel natural. Many viewers believe this may be a genuine ghost caught on surveillance, evidence of lingering spirits making themselves known. Skeptics have tossed around other theories. Some claim it could be a person walking by, distorted by poor lighting or camera blur. Others suggest common causes like bugs near the lens, digital glitches, or infrared reflection artifacts. But none of those explanations fully account for the way the figure moves or disappears. If it were CGI, the blend is seamless and disturbingly convincing. Nothing in the footage screams fake. So what's your take? Was this a real ghost caught on camera, or just a product of eerie coincidence and low-light distortion? Drop your theories in the comments below. Sammy is experiencing paranormal activity since 2 years. Bizarre and unexplained phenomena started manifesting around her. At first, she didn't react much. Despite the ghostly disturbances that followed her from place to place, none of them seemed threatening. So, Sammy chose to ignore it, believing the entity was more of a harmless presence than a danger. But the footage you're about to witness captures a moment where Sammy decided to run a small experiment, just to see if the spirit was truly aware of her. What she captured was beyond chilling.
Can you move that? No. Can you move that again, please? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What? Can you do that again? Can you do it again? Oh my god, oh my god.
To her disbelief, the ghost actually moved the bottle, on command. This supernatural response made her question everything. Could this entity be something protective? Because the haunting had never escalated into anything violent, and the spirit seemed to react to her voice. Sammy began to believe it might be a benevolent force, perhaps even trying to communicate. With this in mind, she chose not to push it away, at least for now. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future paranormal encounters featuring Sammy. Her ghost story is far from over. This chilling video comes from a TikTok user named Megan Jamarco, who shared a truly unsettling experience while house-sitting for a friend. Bored and alone, Megan decided to relax with a movie. But just as she was getting comfortable, she began to hear strange, unexplained noises echoing through the house. Feeling uneasy, she grabbed her phone and started recording, just in case something wasn't right. What she captured on camera left her completely shaken. Out of the silence, a faint but clearly audible voice whispers, "Any way I can make you more comfortable?" At first, Megan assumed it must have been part of the movie's dialogue, but after rewinding the scene multiple times, she confirmed the voice wasn't coming from the film at all. The sound was real, and it came from inside the house. That realization turned a boring night into something straight out of a ghost story. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, viewers pointed out something even more chilling. At one point, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen reflected on the screen, moving past the TV with no one visibly there. To this day, Megan has no idea who or what was in the house with her. Some say it could have been a friendly spirit, especially considering it asked if it could make her feel more comfortable. If that's the case, at least it seemed polite. But ghost or not, it's hard to shake the feeling that something else was watching that movie with her. A man named Julian went on vacation to a Swiss village called Cryptid. While there, he decided to visit a quaint little café. Oddly, when he stepped inside, it was completely deserted. No baristas, no guests, not even a sign of recent activity. Still, Julian shrugged it off, wiped off a chair, and set up his laptop. Hours passed, and no one came in. It was unsettling, but he rationalized it. Only 25 locals lived there, not counting the occasional tourists. But the silence continued the next day, and the next. By day 4, Julian's curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to explore the place a bit more. That's when things took a darker turn. While scanning the cafe's second-floor balcony from outside, Julian suddenly saw a chair slowly slide backward, by itself. His heart dropped. Panicking, he stumbled a few steps before turning and sprinting away without looking back. He hurried back to his room, threw everything into his suitcase, and left Caripio just as quietly as he had arrived. The following morning, still shaken, he told his local tour guide what had happened. She chuckled and simply replied, "That's just the old owner." He died years ago, but his ghost never left. He's the one who runs the place now. The Mai Prefecture in Japan is infamous for its spine-chilling ghost tales and eerie abandoned sites. Among the most terrifying is the Sugiya Hotel, once a thriving tourist destination, and now considered one of the most haunted places in the region. As Japan's oldest hotel in the area, it holds a deep history tied to countless paranormal stories. Two ghost hunters, Hiro and Tomo from the popular Japanese ghost hunting channel Omagatoki Film, chose to explore the Sugiya Hotel after hearing unsettling reports of supernatural activity. Just minutes after stepping inside, strange and unexplainable sounds echoed through the building. Despite the rising tension, they pressed on, though noticeably more cautious. Eventually, they discovered a narrow staircase leading to the dilapidated upper-level guest rooms. It's here that T-san decides to venture off alone, and ends up capturing something terrifying. In the footage, a dark, shadowy figure appears just beyond the stairwell. T-Sun doesn't spot it at first, but he later describes feeling an intense sensation, like invisible eyes locked onto him. When he and Hiro reviewed the clip together, T-Sun immediately recognized the figure as the same ghostly shape he glimpsed earlier in one of the crumbling rooms. Could this ominous entity be one of the restless spirits still haunting the ruins of the old Sugiya hotel? Some believe it is, and this video might be the strongest evidence yet.